Foil his plot. Heard him sneaking in, so we just ran in the spot. And then we spin the block around just like the hell in the clock. Are you irresponsible without your money or not? Thought he had a plan, but we gon' foil his plot. Heard him sneaking in, so we just ran in the spot. And then we spin the block around just like the hands on the clock. Just like the hands on the clock, I go back to back when I'm doing numbers. All the mad that I'm driving the bus, so they threw me under. Heard they mad, they don't wanna bust, so they boo each other. Think that they're the winning team, go losing, then they choose another. And that's okay, cause I'm competing with me, not you. I live with blessings like I can't stop sneezing, not you. I hate to break it, but me and myself top two. I blow away the competition like a bowl of hot soup. And there's no catch. I go and get the bag and I'm not bringing it back. I'm like a down QB, I put the pain in the past. And if you ever had a problem, promise I didn't ask. So it's 444 in the car, my dash. I shake a big, told them all, you went first, you last. Little boy, that's facts. I'ma grow that cash to my money. You know what? Let me stop.
They don't know my name, I'll get through the pain. Taste sweet on my face like it's lemonade. Tie me up in chains, I'll get through the pain. Taste sweet on my face like it's lemonade.
It is a sound like no other when they raise that 12th man flag here in Seattle. We just heard it, and that means it's time for football at CenturyLink Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Chicago Bears and the Seattle Seahawks.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. Taken about 7 yards deep, and this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. They'll come out throwing here on first down. And incomplete to open things up. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56. Tackle.
And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, third down.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Their opening drive here is going to result in a punt. They got 7 yards there, but not enough. Here comes the Bears punter now. Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Returnable for Lockett. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10.
31-yard line.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. From the gun, he'll set up to throw. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks have taken a first-quarter lead. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead.
The score, Seahawks 7, Bears nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a good gain of 11, sets them up first and goal.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. From the shotgun, Wilson forced out to his left. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. Not even 2 minutes into this football game, already we've had 2 scores.
You know how much I like to read about teams of old, right? The teams of yesteryear. There were some teams that were known as the point-a-minute teams. Well, obviously in a 60-minute game, that's 60-plus points. But 2 touchdowns in the first 2 minutes? My calculator doesn't operate that well.
And now on the other side, they better wake up. They haven't even gotten off the bus yet.
At their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. And now after the delay of game, they're operating behind the sticks, 2nd and 15. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Darrell Taylor in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. Here comes the Bears punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. 46 on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well. Now it's Lockett. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
Their own 41-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up.
It's 3rd and 11.
On 3rd down, Wilson. He's got Lockett. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A first down and then some. Give him 29 yards.
31-yard line.
Now Johnson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. They had 3 tight ends in on that set, and they were really good at blocking for their running back.
And give them a lot of credit, because in football nowadays, tight ends coming out of college often don't block very often. These guys have really developed into superior blockers, and that's why they use them in this formation so often.
A gain of 3, 2nd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. On the ground, this is Johnson. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
Now Wilson. Screenplay, Johnson. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22.
A loss of 9.
It'll go as a 9-yard loss on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Now Kaimi Fairbairn for the field goal try. And this a 39-yard attempt. And this one is no good. He missed it. But there is a flag down. He might get another shot at this. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd.
They'll run it with Johnson. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Kerryon Johnson, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. Boy, these guys are off to the races, Charles. 20-0 already, extra point pending.
Yeah, you always hear that term. They just boat race someone. Heck, it's car race, motorcycle race, plane race, whatever you want. Right now, they are sprinting past them.
It's good, and before you know it, it's 21-0.
Makes the score Seahawks 21, Bears nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
(21-0) our score after one.
Score Seahawks 21, Bears nothing.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
And they'll get to this and down it inside the 25 at the 24-yard line.
10 at their own 24-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. On 2nd down, Johnson. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a 1st down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, it's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss, kind of just took his medicine there and took the 1 yard.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. He's going to look deep down the field. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, Catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit him over the top, unsuccessfully.
Eluding the pressure right. And that will be incomplete.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and it'll be 1st and 10 Bears from deep in their own territory. So they'll play the field position game here, as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Now they try the right side here. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
On the play. And it's 3rd down.
He's going to go for a big play down. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he will have the Bears' first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A gain of 43
A big play there for the Bears on 3rd. 43 yards. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Complete to Kelly. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. He'll let this go for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Shaquille Griffin with a pick.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. He'll start with a handoff to Johnson, and he'll be tackled at about the 35. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. This is Carson. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Darren Lee on the tackle.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
3rd and 3.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy. That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed, because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Shoves him away. Stays on his feet. It's a 45-yard punt, then 8 on the return. And the Bears take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does, depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try and take the pressure off and run the ball a little bit.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Come on, QB, come on. 956, 956.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. On play action, they'll throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
They've had multiple opportunities on offense and still haven't scored any points. Felt like they wanted to loosen things up, throw it downfield, and see if maybe they could get a big play and a quick strike.
Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And he fields it cleanly. A 45-yard punt, 4 there on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 33-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Johnson. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down. Now it's Carson. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47.
That's good.
They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
And they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Down carry here for Johnson. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory.
Johnson on the handle.
Darren Lee there to get him down.
Across midfield to the 49-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Switch it, come on, switch it.
On 2nd down now, it's Johnson, and he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll move the chains.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. Taken in the end zone. And with a marker down, he's up just past the 25-yard line, but I think they're going to be going backwards. Let's check the call. Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. But that field position after the return wasn't terrific. It's not a great starting field position as well.
Here's Johnson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Again, it's Johnson. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And this is picked up by the Bears. So they will set up shop. Excellent field position in the red zone at the 19-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. From 19 yards away. And the Bears use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard and you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Extra point splits the uprights, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Taken about 7 yards deep. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
He'll run it. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
A gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 1.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. He lets it fly for Lockett. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
By the Bears.
So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know he feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He has just been alone for opposing offenses to account for now 8 interceptions on the year.
I love that number because I always think of center field. You know, when I hear 8, because that's the position you write in the scorecard in baseball. And what do good center fielders do? Take away all the alleys, right? They range deep and make a whole lot of great catches.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Back to throw now on 1st down. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
We sit in quarter number 3 out in Seattle. A 2nd and 10 now. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Give him 3 on the gain there, 2nd and goal.
Well, Brennan, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown, you're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll run it with Johnson. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
A gain of 1 yard on the play. It's now 3rd.
They'll try to run it in. Johnson. And boy, from up here, I don't think Johnson got there. No, he did not. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what, right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. And the Chicago defense able to come up with a goal line stand. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, and I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. The 20. Touchdown, Chicago. A big play there. 98 yards. And the Bears draw a bit closer.
His kick.
That halftime lead dwindling.
I love the way you just said that. Perfectly encapsulates what we're seeing right here. Strike after strike, making the big comeback, and right now they are putting the pressure on them in a huge way.
2nd touchdown of the half, and that one was a big one. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive, escaping the pressure right. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
He lets it fly for Lockett, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line.
At their own 47.
So, my goodness, I wouldn't have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the 2nd half. I just wonder on the other side of the field, where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Darrell Taylor able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Push him back. Push him back.
Incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
84, incomplete. It's 3rd down.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Seahawks with the possession. They also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th and final quarter. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Another important 4th quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
59 mark.
They go to Johnson again. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the first. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this 4th quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. Accelerating, and off he goes.
Making it happen.
And they bring this one back. A fumble return for a Bears touchdown.
The kicker on for the extra point.
So they were down by a touchdown, probably just hoping the defense could hold it, maybe force the punt. Instead, they force the turnover and take it into the house.
Well, the plan was perfect. That's exactly what they wanted. Instead, they got a lot more than that. Big-time capitalization by taking the ball away and putting it in the end zone.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21-all the score as the kick's away. And this carries into the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And the question, can they turn that interception into points? A tie game for the moment in the 4th quarter. Now a deep ball here hauled in just past the 50. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Give him 30 yards there.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Now a handoff. Johnson. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
And down inside the 15 he goes. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Johnson. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
On the tackle.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
2nd and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. So that'll back him up 5. And now after the delay of game, they're operating behind the sticks, 2nd and 15. Following the penalty, it's Johnson. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage.
Byron Murphy on the
Nothing there, no gain, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 15.
Down and lost.
Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a 3rd down, but they are in field goal range already. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the first. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down.
A 30-yard attempt.
Fairbairn able to put this one through. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. They'll look to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. Johnson. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. Short throw to Disley. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 10 yards is the pickup there, and that should just about put a bow on this one.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
On 1st down, Johnson. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage.
The line of scrimmage.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 28-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Looking for the end zone. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return.
At their own 14.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, this is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happening.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27.
Intercepted. The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to try and go deep again. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Byron Murphy. But he will not be able to bring it back. My goodness, what a bizarre ending. The kind of decision that could get a quarterback released before he gets back to the locker room. But fortunately for him and his crew, the ball game is over.
21.
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Seahawks, it's an important win in terms of staying in the postseason race as they move to 6-4. And they'll get another home date next week as the 49ers will come to town. Meanwhile, for Chicago, add another loss to the pile as they drop to 2-8 now on the year. And they'll be off to Minneapolis next week for a look at new U.S. Bank Stadium and a date with the Vikings. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.